Ladies and gents, hello. Welcome to another agency vlog. If you're new to this channel, my name is Taylor Bentrud, and sometimes I do ranty style agency vlog videos where I talk about things that I'm working on in the agency, things that I'm thinking about, stuff like this. And today in this vlog, I want to talk about some cool stuff. I want to talk about an outbound marketing campaign that we're working on launching in our agency. Talk about a podcast we're working on launching, a designer we're looking to hire to improve some design things, and maybe some things with Agency Enlightened that are going on as well. But before we get into that, like I said, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Taylor Bentrud. I started an agency called Better AMS when I was about 19 years old and had no money at the time, but it has somehow beautifully scaled into almost 20-person company doing $160,000 per month. So super grateful. We have an amazing team. I've been really fortunate to luckily find two really great partners, which makes up our leadership team in Better AMS, myself, Destiny, and Alex. And so, yeah, that's my track record, and that's what qualifies me to talk about agency growth on YouTube. So, yeah, let's start with the outbound marketing stuff. Also, yeah, you'll see, this is the first time I've ever done this, recording, walking around my neighborhood. We hired a YouTube channel growth expert to help us grow the channel, and he recommended that I do this because it's more engaging. I feel kind of funny walking around with this thing in my hand. But whatever, this is my neighborhood. Welcome, friends. I'm gonna walk up this hill and sit right there, show you the neighborhood from a view up high. Anyways, outbound marketing campaign. I'm stoked for this. So, yeah, we're at a point in Better AMS where we need to drive more leads. We need more lead flow. It's exciting. And so I've been working on something called Trojan horse marketing. You may have heard of it, except it's kind of a different variation. We're going to be, instead of sending a Trojan horse video, we're going to send like a document, basically. And this document is going to be custom for every brand that we send it to. It's actually something that I'm working on today. Hopefully I'm going to finish it tomorrow and then launch this outbound campaign, test it out in the next couple days here. But yeah, we need to drive more leads, so I'm launching this Trojan horse marketing campaign in a unique way. And the goal with this is to, like I said, get it launched the next couple days. I'm going to finish the document here today or tomorrow, and then build the training for the team member in Better AMS who's going to be sending, doing the outreach and sending this document and this message out to the ideal brands. Fortunately, we already have a database full of ICPs. We got thousands of ideal client profiles already sourced in a beautiful Dream 100 database, or you could say Trojan horse marketing database. And aside from that, the goal is really just to send about 25 a day. So 25 a day, 5 days a week, comes to 125 a week, 250 every 2 weeks, 500 a month. This would be fantastic if we could send 500 of these Trojan horse messages every month. That's just a starting number. I really feel like 500 is a good number starting out with. You could start, I think the bare minimum number is like 100. But since we have the ability to do this at a decent scale, 500 will be good. So that's exciting. That's almost done. I'll have a bigger update for that probably next week once we start sending these out. Other things we're working on, we're trying to launch a podcast in Better AMS. We're working on getting that rolling. I'm working with one other team member in Better AMS. This is super exciting. We recently just bought the Power Up Podcasting course by Pat Flynn. I think it's like an $800 program on how to launch a podcast. I figured if we're going to launch a podcast, we better do it right. And who are we going to learn from? We're going to try to learn from the best person. And Pat's been doing podcasting for over 10 years, I think, and super impressed with his programs. Very direct, very to the point, loving it so far. And so is the other team member in Better AMS who's going through the program. So that's really exciting. We're making good progress there. Our goal is to launch the podcast as soon as possible. We don't have a deadline per se. We're just trying to burn through this program as soon as possible and get everything set up ASAP. But if I was to set a deadline, I'd say like end of month is realistic, even though Pat Flynn says that like 1 to 2 months should be your goal so that you can hype it up before you launch and get some traffic. So we'll see. We're going to set a deadline on that at some point. We're just going to go through more of the program first. So podcast, working on that. That's cool. I'm trying to like hold the video so I'm like my whole face is here. What else are we working on in Better AMS? I've also been, designer. So I spent a couple days of my life furiously hunting down great designers. It's harder than I would have thought. Finding great designers is not that easy. I mean, maybe I'm just super picky and the types of designs I'm looking for are, I don't know, unique. I don't know. But after spending 2 days of my life relentlessly headhunting down designers and sending dozens and dozens of outreach messages, I've done a few interviews with different people, and we found one person who actually works at a company that we really like the designs from. Like, this company has really good designs, and she was the lead designer in this company. And so we're gonna do a test project with her, a super simple project where she's just gonna design a newsletter for us, like an email newsletter. And if that goes well, and then that design comes out well based on, the swipe file that we're going to give her and the outline that we're going to give her, then we'll probably do more work with her related to like building out maybe like a deck for, whatever presentations that we need, whether it's for sales or internal, having a beautiful design deck. It could even be like a brand. Something that we're missing is like brand identity. Like, we don't really have a branding identity deck that goes through the typography and, the guidelines of the brand, logo, yada, yada, yada. And so maybe we'll do something like this, and I think our website could probably be updated. But mainly, we just need good email design right now. And from there, if we want to go and build a deck and other stuff, we can decide. The main thing is just this simple test project. So that's exciting. She is, I think, beginning to work on this soon, just finalizing some details and getting some feedback. This is where my time has gone this week, mostly these 3 things. And I've been super excited about it. I did a bit of reading this week. Also, I'm halfway through a good book I just started called Ready, Fire, Aim by Michael Masterson. Let's talk about this. This is a great book. He's a great business builder, a great entrepreneur. Pretty low key, actually. Can't believe I've never read this book. It's pretty damn good. The big takeaway so far, I'm like 3 or 4 chapters in. And this is such a simple concept, but there's only one thing that can put you out of business. It's the inability to drive sales. It's the inability to get new customers. And so this, he argues, is by far the most important thing that you as the entrepreneur, the founder, should be spending your time on, because it is the most valuable and rarest skill in the company. And it's the only thing that can really put you out of business. He gives a lot of examples of different companies and yada, yada, yada. Which is interesting and cool, because I feel like I've spent a lot of time in other things over the years related to like recruiting and building software and like building out certain systems in different areas of the business. Tweaking little things here, little things there, redesigning the website. Over the last 2-3 years, it's been a lot of projects that aren't necessarily related to driving revenue. And I don't like regret any of it. It's not like that. It's just like, yes, I feel like I resonate with the idea of, spending the majority of your time doing sales or like revenue driving activities. So that's why I'm stoked about this podcast, why I'm stoked about the outbound marketing campaign we're launching. I mean, the primary goal of the outbound marketing campaign we're launching in Trojan Marketing is to drive more leads, drive more sales, attract more high quality brands that we can work with. So that's really exciting. The podcast, I mean, the podcast is similar, but more of a longer term play in the sense that we want to kind of own our audience. And we've always felt that we feel like right now we're doing a great job top of funnel, but like middle of funnel, we're sucking. And a podcast, I would say it's up there. It's not bottom of the, it's not anywhere near the bottom of the funnel, but it's not very top of funnel. And so that's exciting because it's just a longer term bet. But one thing Pat Flynn talked about in this course, which really I thought was really cool, I'm paraphrasing, so I'm going to butcher what he said, but he said that podcasting is the ultimate way to scale intimate relationships or intimate relationship building. And I thought, wow, that's so interesting. And so we have a huge emphasis in Better AMS on just relationships and communication. And Destiny, being the CEO of Better AMS, she's very relationship oriented and a great communicator. And so obviously this has a massive influence on everybody else in the company. But I've never thought about it like this, and it makes a lot of sense. And Pat Flynn went on to talk about how, when you interview somebody, you talk to them one-on-one, you can ask them any question you want, you can get to know them in any way, and then you can have them on again in 6 months and develop this deep relationship that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to, because there's not a lot of scenarios where, let's say this person that you're interviewing would just happily talk to you for 45 minutes to an hour, randomly, and not have it recorded or published somewhere. So, he's saying you can get access to higher profile people and get access to them for extended periods of time, and then get access to them again. And so it's just a good portal for scaling intimate relationships. I thought that was really interesting. I really like that. So the podcast is cool. I think that's a longer term revenue driving activity. I'm not going to be the one making the content. I'm just kind of helping out on some back-end operational things. And then the outbound marketing campaign, super excited for that too. So doing more revenue driving activities is really exciting. And I really resonate with it right now. Like building this outbound marketing campaign, Trojan Marketing, has been really fun. Just putting together this document, it's been really cool. And I'm stoked to launch it. So there's some people in Agency Enlightened who have ran THM. Charles is one of them. He's scaled THM to Trojan Marketing to over 100 outreaches a day. It's like 2,000 a month, 5 days a week. And he saw a lot of success with it. He got a lot of calls booked out of this system. I think he was averaging between 1% to 2% call booking rates. And so, you can imagine if you're sending 100 a day, you're getting at least one lead a day, 5 days a week, 25 leads a month. I have no idea what percentage of his leads that were coming through were qualified, but he's super happy about it. And there's been quite a few other people in Agency Enlightened that have seen success with THM, which is really cool. And two of these people are also in the same market as our agency in the Amazon advertising market. So yeah, stoked about launching THM again. Aside from that, that's pretty much it with Better AMS. That's where a lot of my time went so far the last 7 days. Really exciting. Feel like I'm in a really good flow of balancing a lot of different things. There's some super small stuff that's been building up, but it's all stuff that if I just set like 6 hours aside, I can smash it all out. So I'm not too concerned about the small fires. I'm just trying to stay focused on launching this outbound campaign as soon as possible, getting everything needed for this podcast so we can get this launched and get the designer. And then once these things are in a good flow, moving on to the next big thing. And I mean, obviously just once this outbound stuff is launched, managing it and potentially scaling it if it's working well. So I'm pretty excited about it. But anyways, that's it with the agency. With Agency Enlightened, what's been going on in Agency Enlightened? Well, we hired a consultant / agency to help us with our YouTube to help us grow on YouTube and make more engaging, better content and help us grow faster, which is really exciting. That's why I'm also doing this video in my neighborhood. I live in one of these houses. I showed you on the hill, but there's like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 of them. And so yeah, that's cool. It's forced me to make a kind of different type of content, unique style, format, but I think it's going to be more valuable for everybody, for all of you that are watching, because it's just going to be presented in a better fashion that's going to be easier for you to retain. It's also going to be more engaging, so it'll be easier to watch, and that's exciting. And then just putting out more content. Kind of took a week there where we didn't put any content after like 3 weeks of doing content every day. That week has really just been dedicated to, again, getting things ready for this new type of content. We've been batching a good amount of content. We got like 5 or 6 videos ready right now, which is good. I want to get at least a week or 2 ahead of schedule. So that way if I go on vacation or if I go to an offsite, vacation, this is an interesting side topic. I just realized I haven't gone on a vacation in like over a year. Where were we? Oh yeah, if I go on vacation or if I go on like an offsite with a company or something, we'll still have videos scheduled out for that week, which is great because I want to really try to stay consistent. So that's what's going on in the agency line. We also switched over from ActiveCampaign to ConvertKit. ActiveCampaign is the email marketing software. ConvertKit is the alternative that we just switched over to because there were some issues with just bots coming through every single day. There was bots coming through, and like the double opt-in process for ActiveCampaign and CAPTCHA forms to prevent bots is pretty annoying and not that seamless. And so we switched over to ConvertKit, which was also a recommendation from the experts that we are working with to help us grow the YouTube channel. And that's been really exciting. We have yet to send out an email, but I'm going to send one out here shortly. So for those of you that are on the email list that get the unique email value that comes through that list, you'll see some new style of email designs coming up, which is really exciting. I think it's going to be better aesthetically, and also there's just really good simple lead magnet pages that can be built with ConvertKit that isn't really available in ActiveCampaign, and the design element is better. So excited for this. If it goes really well, maybe we'll consider switching over Better AMS as well. But that's I'm not even really on my consciousness right now. Maybe if it's like amazing and we verify that it's legendary, great, we'll consider it. What else? So switching email marketing services, better design for email marketing, better content on YouTube, trying to get some good lead magnets out there to build the email list. Another thing, like with Agency Enlightened and just Better AMS in general, is like I feel like with Agency Enlightened, we're doing a good job putting out stuff top of funnel, which is like content on YouTube, mainly just content on YouTube because this is the primary place where I'm putting out content. But we're not doing a whole lot middle funnel, and then bottom of funnel is okay. I think it's not bad. But the strategy that I'm thinking of just for driving more traffic is pretty much 3 YouTube videos a week, high quality. This is 4 actually, if we do these agency vlogs. And a couple emails a week, so unique, valuable emails that we send out. A webinar once every 2 months, maybe once a month, I don't know. And then we'll try to have a few lead magnets going at any given time, but ideally I would like to produce 1 high quality lead magnet every month that we can then utilize. And this lead magnet will be tied into a YouTube video somewhere, something, give away something really valuable. So that's exciting. That's kind of the plan. We've kind of already been doing this somewhat, but not to the level of quality that we're about to begin doing with the YouTube channel being better and the lead magnets and everything. So super stoked about this. And YouTube ads. We're going to launch some ads and try to drive some traffic. Just basic ads, like to where we're just in the beginning driving traffic to videos. So like we're not driving people, we're not going to drive people to an external website landing page. It's really just, from what I understand, driving traffic on, running YouTube ads to drive traffic to other YouTube videos to get more people engaged with the content on the channel. So that is super exciting. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I didn't even talk about stuff going on in my personal life and like going to the gym, and well, personal life's pretty simple. I go to the gym and surf occasionally and read. So yeah, not really too much to talk about there. That's it, ladies and gents. Let's wrap up this agency vlog here. I'm walking home right now. If you haven't already subbed to the channel, please do so. If you want to really support, you can also like this video. But most importantly, ladies and gents, if you can let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section. If you have any questions, I'll respond. I personally go through all the comments. And it helps boost the engagement. So even if you don't have anything to say, just like drop a period and help me boost the engagement. Also, if you drop a period, I'll know you watched this video to the end, and I'll know you're a true watcher of this channel, which is cool. We are still also, one other thing, we are still thinking of, well, not thinking, we're putting it together, where we're going to try to launch a community, a free community, kind of like a free agency mastermind, so to speak, specifically for a certain type of agency, for a certain type of agency owner at a certain spot. And I'm thinking we'll do maybe 1 or 2 scheduled, live group coaching calls every month in this group. And a lot of this is because I've gotten feedback from people that, hey Taylor, you do these lives on YouTube, but like, when do they happen? When do these lives happen? And I don't want to schedule the lives on YouTube, but I'm happy to schedule them in a community setting where, there's a group and everybody knows that on this day at this time, we're gonna, do a call, and everybody can come on, and then we'll record it and we can publish it and use it as content. So it's a win-win for everybody. I get content, everybody else gets value on how to scale their agency. So, ladies and gents, without further ado, I have arrived to the house. Much love to you all. I hope you enjoyed this, and talk soon. Ciao. Hey friend, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to watch another one that's extremely valuable, I just selected it for you, and you can check it out by clicking it right there on the other side of the screen across from my face. All right friend, enjoy. Thanks for watching the channel.